Hey y'all, for my next Scraplift Spotlight video, I am still working on the Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine issue summer 2019, and the layout that I am going to Scraplift this time is opposite of the page that I did my first one of, and it is going to be this one right here. Hopefully my lighting situation is okay. My light, I need to get a new bulb for it. And back on Amazon Prime Day, I purchased a ring light because it was a good sale. So I'm giving that a try. And you know, it gets darker earlier, so that's another issue we contend with this time of year. But anyway, this is on page 67, and it is by Rhonda Ivins, and there's this layout right here. So, what I think I'm going to do is use a photo of me and my niece. Now, we were eating in a restaurant, and the lighting wasn't good, and the quality, you know, the lighting in the restaurant, and then there was the glare coming in from the windows, and then we had the glare from this light here in the background. So originally I printed this 4x6, but photo, I love the photo of us together, but the quality of the photo isn't that great. You see we got a glare coming across us and a glare right here. But I still want to use the photos because of the story that I want to tell. And so your photos don't always have to be picture perfect. Just remember that. But to kind of alleviate that issue, we took a couple of selfies. So I took the one I originally wanted to use and then added another one, which is not a good photo of me, I don't think, but it is of her, so I'm going to use it. Because like I said, every picture doesn't have to be perfect. And so I just shrunk them down to put 2 on a page just to kind of make the photo smaller and maybe the glare's not as obvious as it is on a 4x6. So we'll see. So that's the photo I'm going to use for the layout, and the collection I'm going to use is Gypsy Rose by Photo Play. And of course, they don't have the year. They don't like to put the year on things. I wish they would, but they don't. So I don't know when this one came out, but I haven't used it yet. So this is the collection I'm going to use, and here's the sticker sheet that came in the collection to give you an idea of the colors, and I think they'll work well with these photos. Hang on a sec. I'm going to see if I have any of the die cuts to go with that. Okay, so I really didn't need to pause because I have my binders on the shelf right behind me, and I do have my Photo Play and Vicky Boone together in a binder, and I open the first page and voila, there is the die cuts that go with this collection. So well, I guess it's just one sheet. So that is, I think, oh, there's a couple over here on this side, down here. It's funny because I don't know why I do this, but when I start putting my die cuts on a page, I always start at the bottom and work my way up. So when I go to the back side, I also start on the bottom and work my way up. So here are the remaining pieces to that. So I do have the die cuts, so when we come back, we'll see what I have done. Okay, so one other thing I did was to go through the collection of papers that are in this Gypsy Rose, and I pulled out the ones that kind of suited my niece. And so here's what I came up with is for possibilities. Are these colors, another one, yeah, these colors right here. We got a chevron, a stripe, we've got black, we've got 2 polka dots, we've got some guitars, and then this paper right here. So the ones that I did not use or pull was this one, just because of the color would not really go with the photo, and that's the B side of that. And then the butterflies, they're not really her thing, so and it had a lot of that blue in it, so I'm not going to use that. And figs, I don't know why figs are in this collection. I don't think I would ever use this paper unless I was doing a layout about figs, because I can't. If you can think of a reason other than figs that you would use this paper, let me know, because I'm curious. But B side was a stripe. So, and then, oh, the cut apart. I may cut something out of this, but that is the B's on that side. I did use that one. So, oh, let me add that in there. And then this floral, because she's not really this type of floral girl. So, and on the back side is that polka dot. So that's the first thing, is I eliminated the papers that I did not want to use. And then I was trying to figure out what would make a good background. But as you can see, I was thinking this one initially, because in the layout, there is a pattern on this paper. It's like a polka dot, so I don't know if she created this paper herself or if it's a pattern paper, but it's got a faint distressed polka dot to it. And I thought this background, I love it, but with all this other stuff right here and down here, that would make it maybe too busy. So what I did, and this didn't really take me that long, was I had started a category of background papers as I run across. It's mostly a lot of ledger papers and stuff. And it's not really a lot of paper in it right now because I just recently started this. So as I run across papers that I think would make a good background, I put them in there. So I flipped through it and pulled out some options that I thought might work that had the colors. So once I pulled that, and I kind of took my, hopefully I can get this all on the screen, I took my pattern papers and kind of, let me grab this. Oh, okay, I took my pattern, and I just dropped my photo. I took my pattern papers and laid them there along with my photo up here. Yeah, I'm still kind of in screen. And then I kind of just started laying these out. And to me, that one is not an option. I have this one, and that one really didn't appeal to me either, with these browns and that cream. I wasn't feeling it. And I wasn't feeling this one either. To me, it just kind of clashed a little bit. for my liking. And then I had this one, which I think is a little bit too bright because there's white in here, but I just thought that was too stark. So I think the one I'm going to end up with is this one right here. I think. Subject to change. But I just wanted to kind of go through that process because I thought, okay, if I layered that on there, or I layered, maybe not so much that one. That one may not. Even though I really like this paper, I don't know if this one's going to make it. But it kind of, to me, holding it up to the other papers, to me, it just kind of worked best for what I wanted to do. So I just wanted to come back on and kind of go through that little bit of a process with you. Okay, so I am back with my completed layout, and let's take a look again. Here is the layout that I scrap lifted, and I pretty much followed it to a T. You know, you could have turned it if you wanted to and have it this way, or you can turn it and have it this way. So, but I pretty much stuck with the original creation by Rhonda Ivins, and here is what I ended up with. So as I said earlier, I auditioned several different background papers, and this is the one that I ended up with. I cut it down a little bit and matted it on a maroon cardstock, and then the next thing I did was cut down my photos and back them at an angle. They're not, you know, perfectly squared. I have more of the stripe on this side, and I actually used that fig paper right there, believe it or not. So there's that fig paper, and then I created this banner using the guitars. I just measured it, my center, and then made a big cut down the center, and then cut my two sides here. And then just did some basic layering with this polka dot and then this stripe here. And then for this black, I just took two strips instead of using a whole sheet that was going to be covered up. I just cut two strips for the top and the bottom. And then to make this little banner, I tried cutting a triangle and did not do well at it. Then I remembered that I had this thick cutting Fiskars diamond punch. So I used that and just folded them in half, which worked out really well because what I did was I placed my little pennants here and I adhered them down, and then I could add my string and then fold, glue it together, the top of the pennant and the bottom, because it's actually unfolded. It's a diamond, if that made sense, I hope. And I just stuck two little gold brads here and used some yarn. And then for my embellishments here, some of these came off of the sticker sheet, and some of them came out of my Happy Planner sticker books that I deconstructed, and I did a video on it a while back and kind of created different categories, and these were all like different words and phrases. So I pulled that out and got a couple of these stickers off of here. Then this came from the die cut pack, and then this came off of the sticker sheet. Then I created this little embellishment down here. This came off of the sticker sheet, and then I just took pieces of pattern paper and kind of stacked it, and I seen that they had used some washi tape, so I pulled out my washi and realized that my favorite washi that I haven't used, which was these young ladies right here. go perfectly with this color scheme. So I was tickled to use a piece of that. I think I had got this at Hobby Lobby quite a bit ago, but I just think it's adorable. So I got to use that. So I didn't want to cover any of that up. So then I just added a few enamel dots here, and then I added one up here. Now for my title, I used my new title builder stamps that is sold through L Studio that Megan Andrew designed, and we were able to get a discount through the Crop and Create Delivered that was held earlier this month. So I bought the Title Builder Volume 3 and then the original Title Builder, and they actually give you a sheet that you can download where they have come up with, it's literally a page full of titles for each stamp set. So like a page of title combinations using these stamps, and then a page of titles just using these stamps. So you can imagine if you combine some of these, or you add, your own stickers to it, the possibilities are endless. And I think they just came out with the 5th one. It's a Christmas one, but I got the first one, and then this is number 3. So the enjoying came from that one. It's right here. And then I just took some letter stickers and made the word you. And then I did my journaling right here. And so I hope you enjoyed this video. Please go check out my friend Scylla over at Choice Bits of Bliss. I'll have her link below because she has been playing along with me this month. So check her out. She makes awesome videos, and we'll see you next time. Bye.